What's good, everybody? Your friendly neighborhood gadget inspector here, and today we're taking a look at two very similar HD webcams. Now, they're similar in features and in another way that's not so discreet. One of them has been very popular for quite some time from a well-known company. That, of course, is the Logitech C920, and the other is from a company that you likely never heard of, Logitubo, with the Logitubo Pro webcam. Just change the last three letters. Nobody will notice. So I'm filming on one of the webcams right now. Which one do you think it is? How about this one? Here's the first one again. And the other one. Now, in a few moments, I'm going to let you know if you guessed right. And we're also going to get into comparing video quality, audio quality, overall features, and price. But first, welcome to the Gadget Inspector channel, where we're into all kinds of drones and all kinds of gadgets. Now, if you're into all of that kind of stuff, you are in the right place, my friend. Please consider subscribing to the channel and don't forget to click the bell, or else you may never know when I upload new videos. Well, let's jump right into comparing the Tubo Cam to the Tech Cam. Okay, so the one you're seeing right now is the Logitubo Pro. All right, and this one is the Logitech C920. Okay, so you can clearly see the difference. Did you get that right? Did you guess right? Now, both are shooting at 1080p at 30 frames per second, and they both go all the way down to 360p if you want that. Now, 30 frames per second is the highest frame rate for either of the webcams. Now, Logitech has software specifically for its webcams, allowing you to control the camera and adjust the camera settings. Logitubo recommends using a program called AMCap, which allows the same thing. But in most of the programs like OBS, there will be an option to adjust camera settings. Now, both webcams have low light compensation, but Logitubo is saying that their webcam shoots HDR video. Now, that suggests that the camera will handle the light and dark areas of an image better and high contrast environments for better exposure. So let's take a look here. Now, to my eye, the Logitubo is brighter, but the blacks are not as black. Both are nice and crisp and have decent saturation, and both have autofocus. Now, one thing the C920 can do that the Logitubo Pro can't do is zoom in and out. But you can see that they basically have the same field of view. You can just crop in or zoom in to the C920 more, just like that. And to my eye, again, the C920 has more of a magenta tint, but I'm definitely picking up on more green in the Logitubo image. Now, you can adjust the images in the software if you feel the need to do it. Now, I have two bright lights set up here, and I'm sitting in front of a nice size window, so there's definitely adequate lighting coming in right now. What I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to turn off the lights and see how the cameras adjust. All right, so give me a second here. All right, what do you think? What do you think? So you see how the C920 looks and how the Logitubo Pro looks. Take a look at this. See how that black is being reproduced? And this black doesn't really look black, does it, with the Logitubo Pro? Let me give you a better look here. So there's the Logitubo Pro. And then let's get you a look at the Logitech. Okay, this is just with lighting, natural lighting coming in from the window. Okay, I think that's a considerable, you can really see the difference there. So you can see that adequate lighting, artificial lighting is definitely important for that Logitubo, for both of them, but you can see the C920 is operating much better, at least to my eye. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the camera so it's facing the window. Okay, so that's gonna allow us to see how either camera handles a high contrast scenario. Okay, so what do you think now? To me, it looks like the Logitubo Pro is performing better. You can see more detail in the window here. And you have good details still here on the inside, but I think that green tint is a lot more prominent now as well. And you can see that the C920, the window is just completely blown out. All right, I wonder what'll happen if I turn some light on as well. Let's try that too. Give me 1 second. All right, so now we've got a little bit of light in the front in addition to the light in the back. And once again, it looks like the Logitubo Pro is performing much better. So their claims about HDR and low light compensation looks to be true. All right, let me get you a full screen version of each as well. Once again, here's the Logitubo Pro, and you can clearly see the detail on the outside, and we still have detail on the inside as well. And here's the C920. Got a little more detail this time, but I think the Logitubo Pro is providing much better exposure overall. Just handling the high contrast much better. And there you go. Okay, now we're testing the audio quality out. Right now we're listening to the Logitubo Pro. Now both of the webcams have 2 microphones, and they both claim to have some type of noise reduction feature. So this is how it sounds throughout the duration of the video. So far you have heard me speaking on my more professional microphone. So this is the webcam, the Logitubo Pro webcam. Now we're going to switch over to the C920. Okay, now we're listening to the Logitech C920. Again, 2 microphones, noise reduction feature, claims for that one as well. Okay, so how do you think they sound? Which one do you think sounds better? Now I haven't listened to them myself yet, so I don't know, but I'm gonna do that real quick and kind of give you my thoughts on which one I think sounds better. All right, so let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so in my opinion, the C920 is hands down the winner there in terms of audio quality. Not even close. It was louder, it was clearer. Now, full disclosure, the fan on my laptop has been running, so both webcams are probably picking up some of that noise, but just in general, I think the C920 would be better if that's the only microphone you had, especially if you're just doing like web calls, Skype calls and stuff like that. But if you're looking to do videos, some type of more serious videos, maybe gaming videos, you can get a USB microphone instead of using the native mics on either of the webcams, or you can get a microphone like what I have. I did a full review of this mic, so I'll put a card up for you if you're interested. All right, but again, the C920 wins. The Logitubo Pro, if you're in a pinch, yeah, it'll do, but sound quality was not very good at all. Now, in terms of build quality, the C920 just feels and looks like the superior product, and I prefer the mount on the C920 over the Logitubo Pro. You can get both to sit on your monitor without any wobbling or movement, but with the C920 you get more range of motion when tilting the camera up or down. The Logitubo Pro can be panned left or right though. That's something that the C920 can't do. Now both also have the standard thread, which allows you to mount them to a tripod, which is great. And the Logitubo Pro can also be used with virtual green screen software for background replacement. The C920 does not have that ability. Logitech does have a webcam that does do that. It's the C922. So if you want to do background replacement, you'd have to get that one. Now, in order to use the background replacement feature for the Logitubo Pro, you'll have to use software like Chromacam, and that'll run you about 30 bucks for the full version. Now, in my opinion, these two webcams are so similar in video quality. There is a little bit of a difference in the audio quality, of course, but I don't think you could go wrong with either of these. Like I said, I recommend pairing a webcam with a good USB microphone anyway, or a microphone like this. Now, one of the main differences between these webcams is price. The C920, which has been on the market for several years, is selling for $50. The Logitubo Pro is $70. Now, it does come with a little tripod, but if they would offer the webcam without it, that would reduce the price some, I would think. All right, let me show you what you get in the box real quick, and then I'll come back and wrap things up. In the box, the first thing we see is the Logitubo Pro webcam. The mounting bracket is bendable, so you can manipulate it to fit on your monitor or the included tripod. And you can see where that thread is here. And the webcam obviously connects via USB. All you have to do is plug it in. No need to download any drivers or anything like that. And here's the tripod. It's actually pretty good quality. A lot of metal parts happening here. The tripod head is adjustable and the webcam sets up on it just like this. You get a pretty thorough manual and spec sheet, and you also get this little cleaning cloth to keep that camera lens clean. Well, if you're still here, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And as always, until we meet again, be good to somebody and be good to yourself. I will see you in the next one. Later.